A note to all anglers. Florida Fish and Wildlife announced today that if you catch snook or redfish, you have to throw them back in areas affected by red tide. That includes waters along much of our coast here in Southwest Florida. 4 in Your Corner's Carl Fortier is in Matlacha finding out how long this rule will be in place and getting local fishermen's take on catch and release policy. Carl?
Well, this catch and release only rule for snook and redfish applies to the northernmost point of Anna Maria Island in Manatee County down to Gordon Pass in Collier County. I spoke to both commercial and recreational fishermen who agree that the snook and redfish populations have been devastated and they need time to recover. Cecil Stoffrigan of Cape Coral says fishing isn't just a pastime for him, it's good for his marriage.
Well, I love my wife and she says, why don't you get out of the house? Go fishing, so I'm high stepping. I'm out of here.
He's always been a catch and release fisherman, so he's fine with Florida Fish and Wildlife's new rule that all snook and redfish that are caught in waters from Anna Maria Island to Naples must be returned. The temporary order is in response to the massive numbers of snook and redfish killed by red tide.
The fish are dying off, and we need to have a little bit of concentration and reserve. Catch for the fun of it and release it.
The catch and release rule is in effect until FWC's next commission meeting on September 26th, when they'll evaluate any next steps.
Absolutely a great idea. Let's try to repopulate where we can. Let's not take any more than we have to.
Glenn Noonamaker recently caught this snook in the waters near Matlacha and believes releasing them back to the water is necessary for the species to recover, especially while red tide wreaks havoc on the fish.
I'd just like to see the government get out of the way and figure out what the problem is and get it resolved.
Cecil thinks the problem is coming down the Caloosahatchee and that the water releases from Lake O are fueling the persistent red tide algae bloom.
And it's creating the problem we got right now. We need to fix the issue.
Now, I also spoke with several fishing captains who guide charters in the back bays who say they agree with the new catch and release rule so that snook and redfish can recover. They say they don't think it'll hurt their business much more than red tide already has, so long as they can still fish. In Matlacha, Carl Fortier, Fox 4, in your corner.